And I went ahead and called the local police, the Sykesville police, told them what I saw. They didn't give much reaction, but they said, well, look, just go ahead and go back to where you were, and we'll have somebody meet you there. And I'm thinking to myself, well, do I really want to go back there? But because I honestly, I just didn't really know what I was dealing with. I had heard of the Boggy Creek in the movie and that, and of course the Patterson Gimlin film and all that. Still really didn't know what I was looking at. So I got back there, and it only seemed like a 3-minute drive back. It was very close. And by the time I got there was a Maryland State police officer already there at the area.
Wow,
with
that fast.
Yeah, and they had those an old wooden trestle they had to put across the road. The road wasn't real wide. When I pulled up, he said, "You got to get out of here." And I said, "Well, look, I made a call to the Sykesville police. I reported this thing because I had the encounter because I was down there fishing. I said, I don't care. You got to go." So I turned around, got out. About an hour later, I decided, well, I'm going to drive back down and see what's going on. And when I drove back down River Road, it was cars all up and down the road. I mean, I had to park about a quarter mile away and walk back to where where I had seen it. And there were people everywhere. There were searchers out there with dogs, 4 or 5 of them in the woods. They had a big white tent set up across the river right there where I had seen it. There were police officers from every jurisdiction around there, county, local, state. There were 2 old black Wagoneers there, which I knew were feds. Even they were there, and I even heard a helicopter. And so I walked up to the barrier. There were a couple people there, but there was a Howard County police officer standing there. Acting dumb, I asked him, I said, well, what's going on? I said, I wanted to get through here. And he said, you're going to have to go around and go back up the main highway. He said, somebody reported they saw a Bigfoot. He started laughing. Well, I wasn't going to tell him I'm the one that made the report. So I stood there a couple more minutes just watching. Then I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to get out of here because they're going to start asking questions. So I got back in my car.
Did you get any feedback at all from the authorities after the incident? Anything?
Well, that's kind of what sparked the whole Monster and Mysteries of America thing. The town manager at the time, back in 2013, she had heard about it, and she went and checked with the Sykesville police, see if there was any records of it, and there was nothing there. So her and I talked, and I knew there was no record of it, though a lot of people knew about it.